Awesome, awesome. Great morning, everyone. Champions, we appreciate you for joining this morning. You could be anywhere this morning, but you decided to be with us today. So before we get started, let's start in a word because we believe the word is the truth and the truth is the light. So if my brother Victor could open us up in a short opening prayer to bless what's going to happen today. Brother Vic, just give us a short word to open us up. Let's go, brother.
Father God, we ask you today that you open our hearts and that you give us that boldness to move forward, but that stillness to be patient, to wait for your perfect plan. Father God, as we enter our stillness today, let us enter it with all of our might and let us be wise and patient so that you can pour into us and that we could all receive exactly what we came here to get today. And in your holy name, we ask you to bless the session.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, brother Vic, for setting that proper tone. And let's get started. Let's get started. So this morning we are part of the 6TP morning sessions, and we are going to be covering our 6-step plan: stillness, scaling, back, go back. We're going to go back. Go back to our approach. We're gonna start off with our guideline for today, our 6 TP morning session. I'm your facilitator, Greg Denizard. Great to be here with you. We're going to start stillness, and we're going to move into scaling and dreaming, our creative path, our sports passion path, authorship path, and we're going to conclude with our thinking path. So as you kind of think about this, let's get into a place of peace. Let's get into a place of comfort. So I invite each and every one of you to get into a comfortable place. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to place your hands on your lap and feel grounded beneath you. So we're going to start our stillness exercise today. We're going to count 4, 3, 2, 1, and each and every time that you hear the beautiful sounds of the ocean, which is very unique, I just want you to kind of humble yourself and get yourself in a place of peace. So as we start to begin our process, we're going to start with 4, 3, 2, 1. And we want you to hold that place right now. We want you to hold it. We want you to take it in. We want you to drink it in. If you have a cup of water next to you or something to drink it in. We're going to start again. 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to connect yourself with that higher power. We want to connect yourself with that higher peace, and we want you to drink that in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, exhale. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Receive that right now. You're getting a blessing right now. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. So one of the things that we want you to do is we want you to reflect as we kind of look at stillness. We want you to reflect. What did you release yesterday? What would you be releasing tomorrow? You don't have to answer that right now. Just write it down. If you want to write it down, we want you to believe in that these happen in your life as you approach stillness. And we appreciate you for taking that journey. So as we already received a great prayer from our brother Vic, we want you to close this intention with a question. What's one word that describes how you want to show up today? Today is Wednesday, first week of June. How do you want to show up today? You don't have to respond. I'm not going to call anybody out. How do you want to show up today? Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is the future. But today is the present. And how do you want to show up? Yeah. How about that? How do you want to show up? All right, so let's continue on with our program for today. Thank you for uh, participating in the 6TP training program. We're going to move into our scaling and dreamers path. One of the beliefs that we have is that our dreams are bigger than it was last week. One of the things that we're excited about and super excited is that we have a goal, a very big goal, to generate over $1 million by December 31st, 2026. And we believe that we and stand in agreement on that because our belief is that this is possible. And sometimes you have to stretch yourself, and sometimes you have to kind of expand where your vision is because your current sense is not your future sense. So, my question for you today, each and every one of you, as I look at Brother Vic, Sister Rosara, Dr. Pena, Sister Martha, Brother Lawrence, Dr. Z, what is your personal bag? I know Dr. Z is excited to be a soon to be dad, very, very soon. And he's probably overjoyed about that joy of being a dad. But what is your personal bag? Have you written it down? And if not, take a piece of paper and pen right now and write it down. And have you said it to anyone? Dr. Z, have you said it to your wife? What's your personal bag? Sister, Brother Lawrence, did you tell your wife what your personal bag is? Did you ask her what hers is? And the reality is, we got to remind ourselves that we have to dream bigger, think bigger, and scale bigger. So as we kind of look into our next creator path, we want to kind of look at why creation and developing a creator's path is important. It helps us to build, it helps us to make and contribute every single day. What are you currently creating? So, Sister Martha, what are you currently creating? You don't have to answer the question. Brother Steve, what are you currently creating right now? That's in your inventory. Dr. Z, Brother Lawrence, Dr. Pena, Brother Vic, what are you currently creating right now? And this is the most important question. Who's benefiting from your creation? And one of the things that we believe in as we look at the creator path is that we have so much more to give in abundance. And how does this manifest itself? So today we look at our creator path, and again, we're going to look at what we are creating. And put a yes in the chat, put a heart in the chat if you're creating something, because this is a commutative environment. And so I see Dr. Pena is showing some heart. So Dr. Pena is creating something. We can conclude this class today, this lesson today, if no one is creating. But Dr. Z, what are you creating? Put something in the chat. Put a yes, I am. Put a heart. Put a thumbs up. Uh, Brother Lawrence, what are you creating? Because if we are not in the creator's path, we're not excelling, as Brother Vic started us off this morning. So, Brother Vic, what are you creating? Brother Vic, unmute yourself because I always could count on you. What are you creating right now?
I'm creating a lot of things. I'm creating a powerful book. We've been on a 30-day scaling challenge, in our prayer group, which happens right before this, 4:45 a.m. to 5 a.m. for anyone interested in prayer. And the Lord has already told me that this product at the end of this collaborative product that I've done with the normal people who come there every single day is going to be a powerful product, something that churches everywhere use to help people scale. Um, you know, Churches are known for doing fasts at the beginning of the year. We're gonna find the perfect time in God's timing to do a scaling. So we're going to lose at the beginning of the year and we're going to grow at some point when the Lord tells us. So yesterday I went to my now third client. And so, I'm scaling. I'm growing Sir Persevere Ventures by the second.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And my brother Lawrence just said that he is redoing. It was already great, and he's going for greatness and the next level. He's redoing his website for the plunge. So get ready to receive. You thought it was great. It's going to even get better. So, brother Lawrence, congratulations for seeking excellence and going for the next level. We can't wait to see your new website. Please share it with us in advance. But again, these are two examples of people who are creating and scaling and kind of going for the next level. And again, we're super excited with what's possible because each and every one of you have greatness inside of you. It's up to you. Dr. Pena, you want to come it out? Bring it out. We know that Dr.
Yes.
Pena has goodness and
Yes.
greatness inside of him. He's written so many books that many people can't even compete with, but he's not finished. Dr. Pena, you're not finished, right? He said that
That is true. It's just getting started. So
you're
I'm
just getting started, and your wife is just getting started. Dr. Pena is also getting started. So we believe that in our creative path, we're creating opportunity for each and every one of you to excel, grow, and expand. And come, I got many more ideas to come, and I'm just stimulated by each and every one of you present today. So again, if you don't have something right down, take a piece of paper. Name one creative act that you will complete before the end of the day. One thing you're going to do today. Sister Martha, I know
Before
if
you
I,
do that, check the page. Look at what Dr. Z wrote.
yeah. We
listen,
have a book in the house.
We
We
yeah,
have
have
a
a
book in the
boy.
cover.
We
listen,
have a
listen,
child, but
listen,
we have a book in the house.
listen.
Mom is
Excellence is
creative, but dad is creative too.
listen, excellence is expected in this room right here. So I can't watch everything, and I'm flowing in the spirit. But Dr. Z, congratulations, and I know you have a dad book coming soon, and maybe at the end of the year, maybe by 12/31/26, because you're gonna have a beautiful experience of being a dad. But fantastic, congratulations, and again, our
If I may,
creative
Greg,
path.
I'm going to read what he wrote.
All right, go ahead, brother. Go ahead,
It
brother, because
says,
I'm not. I'm in the middle of
I
this,
know
and
you're in your flow. You're in your flow, brother. It says, been working on my book a little bit every day the last week. It'll be a couple more months before I'm done, but I'm on fire. And the title is Their Fate, Our Future, 1 year will decide. And then in big bold letters, it says Year of Iron. And it's got like a chest, it looks like some sort of like chessboard. It's got a sword, it's got a crown. I mean, it like I'm getting goosebumps just seeing that title.
well, listen, it's already a bestseller in advance, and I'm going to buy a whole bunch of copies of it and send it to all my friends. But again, just hearing that title, hearing what you said, thank you, Brother Vic, for sharing it because again, I'm not looking at all of the different vectors right now today, but again, we know that excellence is expected, and we believe that greatness is in each and every one of us. So I'm fired up. I'm super excited. Again, I can't see everything, but thank you, Vic, for sharing that. And again, our creative path needs to be stimulated every day. So if you don't have something, write one thing on your piece of paper. Go. If you don't have a piece of paper, go get a piece of paper, get a pen or a pencil. Name one creative act that you will complete before the end of the day today. End of the day today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, today. Because each and every one of us have a creative path that is bubbling. And this is a perfect example because we have three examples. We're not going to go through everyone. Brother Steve, appreciate you, love you, brother. Stevie Wonder. But we're not going to ask everyone for an example. But we have three examples that came naturally, organically, and spiritually, without me even having to ask everyone to write a comment. So thank you so much. Again, our sportsman's path is our next step. This is our path for sportsmanship is not defined by pace or distance. We're not. This is not a competition. It's defined by showing up every day. So one of the things that we use is a new tool that's available on your mobile app, on your digital app called Strava. So for those of you who are on Strava, Strava, correct me, Dr. Pena, correct me, Brother Vic, if I'm wrong. Go ahead and get on your Strava app right now. If you need to step out, Dr. Pena likes to step out in his neighborhood. Brother Vic likes to walk around in his house, in his kitchen, beautiful kitchen. So go ahead and execute your Strava right now. And we're going to begin a very easy exercise of, exercising our sportsman's path. You don't have to run fast. You don't have to run slow. All you have to do is to run consistently. One of the things that we recognize is that movement clears the mind. Sister Rosario always reminds me, it reduces cholesterol and it boosts creative output. So get your Strava app if you have a Strava app. If you don't, log on right now. It's free. Strava. Go ahead and log in. I'm on two different devices, so I can't get on right now. Go ahead and go do your thing. Go ahead and log your minutes in. Go ahead and log in your points in. Dr. Pena, I see you outside in Orlando, Florida, or Kissimmee, Florida. Kissimmee, correct me. Brother Vic, I see you in your kitchen. And anyone else, go ahead and open up your app, hit record, and start recording your daily attributions for today. One of the things that we want to believe in is that walking at least 10 minutes every day is a big win. Commit to the minimum. 10 minutes every day, you're going to walk around in your house, in your kitchen, in your bedroom. You're going to step outside to the beautiful birds and trees that are bubbling right now. And one of the things that we want to recognize is that your body needs this. So, Sister Rosario, endurance, strength, flexibility, comfort. You received that, right, Sister Rosario? All right, all right, all right, all right. So who's on Strava right now? Say yes.
Yes, I'm a Strava right now. I'm
Yeah,
out.
Strava right now. Awesome, awesome.
Let's
Thank you, Dr. Penn.
go.
Victor's on Strava right now. Okay, great. So what we want is before we conclude our sessions for today, we want the evidence. We want the minutes. We want the attributions that you contribute at least 10 minutes of walking, standing in still. You don't have to go outside. You don't have to go to the gym. You can do it right in your bedroom and just keep on walking and record those minutes. We appreciate that. So appreciate that. And again, let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. Dr. Pena, how you doing there, man? What's the neighborhood look like? Do you want to post any of your surroundings? You take any pictures today?
I already took the picture. Took the pictures
Awesome,
to
awesome,
the
awesome, and
lake outside, but it's amazing.
awesome, awesome. It must be beautiful at this time in the morning to look at the lake. Dr. Z, I'm sure you appreciate it too. Brother Vic, what does your kitchen look like?
My kitchen looks like someone who had the best salmon dinner ever.
Awesome, awesome. And as a result, what are you going to make for breakfast?
Protein shake and some eggs, egg
Awesome.
whites with some spinach in it.
Okay. Awesome. 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 I visualize that. I receive that. My stomach is receiving it too. Awesome. Awesome. Again, our sportsmanship path is really committed towards living a long life. Each and every one of us are going to live a long life. And we follow the Jeff Calloway run, walk, run method. This is a sustainable method. It's a movement that builds stability and intensity. And again, it's not hard, it's very easy. Brother Vic, is very easy, right? Dr. Penny, it's very easy, right?
Yes, very easy. Very easy.
Very easy. Yeah. Run, walk, run. If you approach that concept, and if you want to Google it, Jeff Calloway is an amazing person in this field. Run, walk, run. So you pace yourself. You can get into some momentum. Then you slow down. Then you pick it up again. And again, this is our sportsman path. We believe that longevity only equates to every one of us practicing this practice and living a great life. So let's go into our authorship path. We believe that your words create your world. How about that? Your words create your world. You know, and one of the things that we each and every one of us have to do is to write with intention. So put a yes in the chat if you have an idea for a book. We already heard from Dr. Z. The book is already in progress. Dr. Lawrence, your book is already coming along, so you haven't announced it yet, but we know it's coming. Brother Steve, we know that you have a history of knowledge to drop. Once you get the idea, the book is going to come naturally. And Dr. Pena, what's your next book, Dr. Pena?
So I'm working on a meta poetry and the memories of the meta poetry of last year, and two books of the people we are going to recognize in Madrid, Berlin, and Canary Island.
Awesome, awesome. And Brother Vic, what's the name of your book? What's the name of your first book?
Tales of Sir Persevere.
Okay.
When I'm losing, I'm just starting to win.
Awesome, awesome. So, as we approach 2 year anniversary here, 2 years, that's consistent. We believe that each and every one of us has a book in us. So the question you have, if you don't have a book, is what is involving in me right now? What am I experiencing right now? What am I doing right now? And that's I want you to write that down. What is my mission in this season? 2026, we're going to be $1 million club. December 2026. What is my mission? And the most important question, where do you see yourself 12 months from now? All of those are stimulus for a creative book. And we believe each and every one of you will have a book. So all I ask for you today is write 3 to 5 sentences on any of those questions. What is involving me right now? What is my mission? And where I see myself in 12 months? And the book will come naturally. Keep it physical, keep it digital, and just open up a Google Doc and just write these questions. Brother Vic, isn't that how you started? By just journaling, and then now you have a book coming out. Is that correct?
100%.
Yeah.
I told Marta to do the same thing, right? I just kind of had a bunch of notes and I put it in to Gemini. I work with Gemini mostly. And I just told it, here are a bunch of different thoughts. This is where I came from. This is what I've done. This is what I've been doing. And like in minutes, it didn't write the book. I'm sure it could have if I asked it to, but what it gave me was exactly what I asked it for. I said I wanted it to be, about, 100 to 200 pages. Um, and I wanted it, to be an easy read and all those things. And it just laid out 16 chapters, 4 phases of the life. And I couldn't believe the voice that it did it with. But, if you lean on,
Go ahead, Victor.
Yeah, no, that's powerful,
that's
Dr.
powerful, man.
Pena. So I encourage and authorize each and every one of you for those who don't like to write. I was that person before. I suggest that you take your phone out, whether your iPhone or Android, and just say what's on your mind and record it, and upload that onto Claude or Copilot or whatever, and say, "Hey, this is what my thoughts are, and I'm looking to write a book. What are my thoughts and ideas, and what direction should I take?" And you will be blessed. So the goal of using everything that's comfortable to you is a great alternative. So reflection, expression, is a perfect poise for your excellence. So, if you don't want to write, you don't have a piece of paper, take your phone out and say, "Hey, I got this idea. I would like to create a book. And what are your thoughts, Claude?" And you'll be blown away. Thank you, Vic, for sharing on how much knowledge and wisdom you already have. And that's going to be your starting point. So appreciate you for all contributing to be book authors. We all have a book in us. It's just about when and how, and we appreciate you for taking that initiative. But start small. What's involving me right now? What's my mission in the season? Sister Martha, I see a dancing book in place. The self-expression through dancing. I didn't get that from anyone else, but I see you got a book in you, whether you like it or not, because I know you will enjoy dancing. And where do I see myself 12 months from now? So that's the fifth path, the authorship path. So,
Dancing with Grandma.
what'd you say, Brother Vic?
Dancing with Grandma.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Hanging out with drama.
hanging out with grandma, dancing with grandma. So, Sister Martha, you're getting a lot of help here right now. So you got your book already titled. So
No.
let's get going. So as we kind of look at what we've been manifesting and meditating on, we've been
Mhm.
reading Dr. Benjamin Hardy and Blake
Thank
Harrison.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Received.
Yeah,
I actually
yeah.
like that
Thank
last
you.
one, hanging out with Grandma.
Listen,
See,
I'm ready to read it already, and it's not even done yet, but it's in the making. So we've been reading Dr. Benjamin Hardy and Blake Erickson's book, The Science of Scaling, and one of our key philosophies as we look at the thinker path is not just working hard, but building systems to scale. So as we kind of look at this, I'm going to show a short video from Dr. Harding. It is from his website. It's official. He's well renowned, and let's start.
Reason most people don't scale is because, frankly, that's not their objective. One of the things that I study is systems dynamics or systems theory, and basically, the core aspect of any system is its goal. And most businesses don't have the goal to scale, genuinely. Actually, most businesses have too many competing goals. Therefore, they're a complex system that's not even designed to scale. Most businesses were never designed to scale from the first place, and the entrepreneur who's running them or who's leading them doesn't actually have the goal to scale, nor are they looking at the system of their business honestly enough to admit that majority of it, right? Majority of it will never scale, could never scale, and that they're going to have to get rid of most of it and actually create a focused model that can scale. And so I think that that's the first one, is that, most people don't actually have a 10x goal. They don't have a real 10x goal. And they also don't give themselves a deadline to do it. From my view, the 10x should take no more than 3 years. So if someone's doing 3 million in revenue, if they want to scale, they should get to 30 million, which would be a 10x, but they should do it in 3 years or less. If you don't give yourself that much aggression in terms of urgency, if you're not growing fast, what happens is that you're generally making bad decisions. Most people, they have like a 10-year vision. The problem with that is that it's too far away to force clarity of thought right now. They're not making strong decisions right now. And so people end up making a lot of really bad decisions now because their future is too far away. And those decisions over time make it almost impossible to scale. The first reason most people don't scale is
All right. A lot of nuggets there. We have a few things. One, the reason why people don't scale is they don't have a goal and they don't have a deadline. So our deadline is to be $1 million enterprise by 12/31/26. Thank you, Dr. Pena, for the leadership and the guidance of really stretching us and coming up with some crazy goal of $1 million by December 2026. But one of the things that Brother Hardy said right there is that it has to be done in less than 3 years, because then it's not serious. So just love to hear from the team on scaling and growing and reaching our goal. Any thoughts or comments you have on reaching right around the corner, not next year, not 5 years from now, 10 years from now? What are your thoughts, sister?
I think it's doable once we apply ourselves and set a deadline. I actually agree that long deadline doesn't work. It makes you a little lazy, a little bit thinking that time a waste, that you have the time to do it. So it's better when you set a short deadline. And I began to do that with many of my goals. With many of my goals, I have set short deadlines.
Yeah, short deadlines is key. So Dr. Pena is not crazy. He's not crazy with having those expectations. And while we might believe that it's unrealistic, we still got to go for it. Brother Vic, what are your goals on scaling and having short deadlines and having clarity on what we're going?
Well, I set out to do 30 days, a bunch of things that I haven't been able to do in 17 months. And over that period of time, 5 job interviews and one new client, and already a new idea for a 30-day CD to help churches scale. So, and it all started because you, my friend, didn't let me get comfortable with I can agree to $500,000. It's like, nah, man, I'm raising you ante to 1 million. So, I don't see how I can do 1 million with what I was doing. So, I gotta keep shaking the tree to see what falls out of it.
Awesome. My brother Stevie Wonder, I call him Stevie Wonder because that's one of my favorite artists here, and hopefully you will relate to it and appreciate the reference. But Brother Steve, do you have any word or any comment, any thoughts to this morning?
Yes, sir. This first of all, awesome job this morning. You always come through. You deliver every time, and I appreciate all the message and all the information that you provide us. You always do an awesome job. Yeah, business like helping veterans. Fitness like we this morning with the Strava competing, setting the standard, setting the bar high. And just generally, it's just the core principle has to remain the same. We have to maximize the output and our capabilities, and without disproportionately increasing effort or whatever our resource cost is, or what we're trying to accomplish, what we're trying to do. So, just aim high and just keep pushing for that goal.
Awesome. I appreciate start there, brother. You have a heart for it, you have a passion for it, you have a commitment towards helping people. So God is going to gift you with opportunities based on what you already have. So thank you for sharing that, because we each have an area in our life where we say, hey, I will do this for free. If nobody
Yeah,
pays me, I'm going to do it
yeah,
for free, because this
yes,
is
sir.
where my mission is. This is what my life testimony is. And God is going to bless you. So thank you for sharing that. So, Brother Lawrence, what are your thoughts on scaling? And we can't wait for this new website coming out, but what are your thoughts? All right, we can come back to you. Dr. Pena, I know that we have a lot of big things in store, a lot of great opportunities, but let's hear from you, our visionary, our leader. What are your thoughts this morning? Because I know that we're doing something new, we're doing something creative, and we're stretching. And thank you for stretching us. But what are your thoughts, Dr. Pena?
Yeah, I was talking yesterday with Lawrence, about this capacity and this miracle book that Dr. Benjamin has put together with Mr. Edison's, and it's an amazing how it's changed completely who we are, what we do. I remember the day we established the whole AM, how from April 4, as soon as we started like reading the book, checking, and have a psychologist, and he applying the positive psychology for everything he does, establishing with scientific research. You know that you stagnate if you don't have something bigger than you. And he started with the president's Kennedy moonshots, how he did it, and he put a time, and he galvanized and motivated the whole country to just to go to the moon in 7 years, 3 months, 18 days, into the future. And he put the guy to the moon, even though he was shot. His spirits and his timing in the future and his possible goal that now we imitate. He got a lot. That what you seeing is not gonna take you there. That you say, and my wife, everybody say it's impossible to get there. But we changed the name. Look who we are. We getting people certified. We have levels. We have. If you start the foundation with $99 here, if you want to give more, you go into the Ascent, and it's at $199 here. If you want to give more, it's $999 here. If you're a business, if you're a company, you go into 5,000, 15,000, and you can bring 5 people with you, 10 people with you. You can bring a team on the school and your institute, and we bring you the licensed professional and the licensed certified CTP coach. It's amazing what we have done just in almost a month and a half since we got the guy, the book. I have repeated the book. I'm reading the book. We are going back to the book. So it's something amazing. So whenever I talk to my friends, to my family, and whenever we bring the concept, they say, "Whoa, whoa, no, 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 it's not gonna happen." And we know as every anything starting to happen within you, within your psychology, and also you start like dreaming with the amount of resources and capital for you, for the team to do and to have. I see the villa, I see the yacht, I see like having the retreat with everybody. where money is not gonna be an issue because we're gonna do that and we're gonna deliver that. So he said, you don't know how, you don't know what, but this is the way, the frame, the focus, and the floor, and then bring the best. So I have I talked to Lawrence Collins. I have 11 people that I'm going to consult. Probably gonna bring on Sunday in different area that they know. I have an expert on making applications for the government, like multi-million-dollar kind of. And I was saying, give me a help, give me a help. Come with me. Tell us, this is the kind of applications that we want. I have an expert on coaching for schools in Florida. I'm gonna tell her, you come with me. Tell me, I have a marketing guy. So before Benjamin Hardy, before everything we have done, I think would will be in where we are. I mean, look how I am, you are, everybody's so motivated, and because we clear that we need to deliver, we have accountability, and we naked. I mean, we have to be honest and truth. Yeah, you're on the ring, you have to fight. And that's most likely what it is.
No, and that's a great point you made, Dr. Pena. I want each and every one of you to take another fresh piece of paper. Who do you know that is this? That's just like what Dr. Pena said. It's in schools, that's running a business, that's looking to grow, that's looking to expand. Write their name down, write their name and number down, because these are the short list of folks we need to call right away. So thank you, Dr. Pena, for always leading from the front and giving us ideas. But we have a lot of people.
The head of school said, we're in summer hours, summer session has ended, so this is like summer camp. And, I always ask myself, how do I want to show up? I showed up exactly as I was dressed yesterday during my presentation, with my teal shirt, my tie, this is first impression, new client. I'm not showing up as a summer person, right? And so when I recently applied for this job in Stanford to be the CFO of the Stanford Public School Systems. Really big job, and I'm just kind of waiting to hear back from them. And so a parent walks in, she's running a little late, and the head of school says, "Oh, good morning, such and such," and she goes, "Oh, let me introduce you to Victor Catano." And I'm like, I look at her and I recognize her, but I didn't know where I knew her from. And I'm like, hey, how are you? Shake her hand. And I go, I know you from somewhere. And she smiles and she goes, okay, I'm caught. I'm Mayor such and such of Stanford. And and I go, aha, I recently applied. I did not miss my opportunity. I had recently applied to be the CFO there, and I'm just waiting to hear back from them. That's where I knew you from because when I did my research, I remember now that you're the mayor of that. And she goes, "Oh, you applied for the CFO there? Interesting. Call me sometime." And it was it's just like you got to keep plugging. You can't ever. The lesson there was you always got to show up the way you want to be seen, right? Because even if you know people, even if you know who to call for something, right? You got to make sure that when you're asking, you're showing up, so that when they look at you, they can say, I can help this person, right?
Great story, great lesson, and also perseverance. That's your name. That's your middle name. Not giving up and not quitting, because the next opportunity is what's going to be your breakthrough. The next opportunity is what's going to be your job offer. And again, we can say, "Oh, poor me, I didn't get it," but the next time connection is where great things going to come. Brother Lawrence, you got anything to share? I know you came in and out. Any thoughts, any comments? Love to hear from you, brother.
Yeah, I was talking with Dr. Pini yesterday. I'm going to revise my offering through my website. And I asked Claude yesterday to take a look at my current website and how would it redo it. So it came up with some different offerings, how to do train a bunch of people at one time, which was sort of interesting than trying to do it individually. So they called it a cohort. So have a cohort of like 5 to 10 people where I take people and teach them how to do cold plunging stuff. So I'm going to work on refining that, refining the website. I didn't quite like the look of the way it came up with. It was pretty plain. Um, so I asked it, I said, can you put some more pictures in? And it was creepy because it pulled some of the same exact images that the current one has because they both used like an open source image thing. So I'm going to incorporate some of my own images from like the polar plunge stuff that I've done. So it's more personalized. Otherwise, it's too generic.
Yeah, you
So
said two amazing things. One, the Claude and the AI only knows you as you train it. So continue to invest every day in letting them know who you are, and they're going to get better at the pictures. They're going to get better at their recommendations, but you got to train it. You got to tell them, hey, this is who I am, and incorporate that. That's one. And two, one of the things that we don't receive our true blessings is that we don't ask enough. You know, we're happy with the $9.99. We're happy with the $27. We're happy with the $2.99, but we're not asking for the 5K. We're not asking for the 10K. And trust and believe there are people out there that are happy to give you the 10K, but if you don't ask, you don't receive. So I applaud you, Lawrence, for stretching and saying, hey, what is your 5K ask? And what would you do for that? And what is your 10K ask? And what would you do for that? Because there are people out there that will train 20 people on their team and gladly pay you from a corporation 10K to come in once a month to do something. And we don't have because we don't ask not. So that's one of the things I learned from the school community is that your ask has to be big enough and you can't be afraid to ask 10K, 20K, 5K, whatever it is. Let's say a comma check. We need to ask for the comma check
mhm.
and we will receive the comma check. And again, as you said so beautifully, Lawrence, when you start to do things in groups or cohorts, it's not additional work, it's the same work. The same work you would do 1x is 5x, is 10x, is 20x. You might bring on a few additional people to help you out just as support staff, but it's not 20x. So again, thank you for sharing that. I know you had some nuggets. And again, as we approach 5:48 in the morning, crack of dawning Eastern time, I just want to kind of share that last words, and anyone can comment if they have any additional thoughts. Your vision is in your heart, and one of the things that the scripture tells us to do is to guard our heart. It's not by accident. Tomorrow we want your 10K offer, and what are you going to charge people for 10K? What are you going to do? We want your 10K offer, not $100, not $500. We want your 10K offer for your organization. Your timeline is not too late. There's people who want to do it right now, Lawrence. I'm just speaking to you personally because you just last spoke.
Yeah.
And the only move that doesn't work is the one that you never made. How about that? The only move that doesn't work is the one that you never said, "Hey, Greg, I'm going to charge 10K, and this is what you're going to get for it." That's it. I'm not negotiating. So stop waiting for perfect conditions. Build in the storm. Build in absence. Sell before you feel ready. So Brother Lawrence, hopefully you're not offended in any way, but since you're my last champion, I'm speaking to you
Not
directly.
at
I'm
all.
speaking to
Not at all.
everyone. Pitch before you feel polished. How about that? Pitch before you feel polished. Hey, I got a 10K
Can
offer.
I can I share some?
Go ahead, brother.
Can I share? I'm going to excuse me. I'm going to share something else with you guys. Um, I had a meeting the other day internally with our company to talk about how can we use or what are the guidelines we need to set for AI use in the company.
Mhm.
And the idea was that came out of it actually of we don't really want to have any. We want to be able to have people experiment with this instead, rather than we have to stop them from experimenting with it. So I purchased 5 Claude licenses for people, and we're now going to be experimenting internally with it. So that was a complete mindset shift. So, which is great. So we're going to start experimenting internally. And somebody actually used it the other day, and I spent some time talking with them afterwards, and they used it to analyze proposals and all sorts of stuff. And they're like, well, it didn't do a great job, but it helped me a lot because if I would have sat and done this, it would have taken me like 2 days. And it's was able to spit stuff out. They're like, it wasn't perfect. I still had to do a lot of work, but it helped. So I think that's what people need to realize. Like it's a tool. It's like a pencil. It's like an eraser. It's like anything you're going to use to do writing with. If you're just starting, it's not going to write the whole book for you or whatever you need. You can do that. It's going to sound terrible. Um, but you have to put the work in of working with it to figure out how you can use it. So that's what I spent a bunch of time yesterday. Like, look at my website, change this. What would you do? And great ideas. And I'm just going to iterate and just work through, and I'll come up with my 10K offer. Craig, thank you. I think that's perfect what you said for approaching businesses. I think that's actually perfect.
Yeah.
So
So you are dead center, and you introduce opportunities for people to be creative. So all I would say to you, brother, is the market rewards action. If you don't take any action, you're not going to get any rewards. It's not intention. And so I encourage Sister Rosario, Brother Vic, Dr. Pena, Sister Martha, Steve, Lawrence, Dr. Z, go build what you were meant to build. Go ahead and build what you were meant to build. And we're going to see you all at the top, because one of my favorite words that I say is that the bottom is too crowded. So we're going to see you all at the top. Go build what you were meant to build, and be courageous, be adventurous. And again, we see you all at the top. So Dr. Pena, you want to close us out? Any
Hold
comments?
on one
Any
second.
thoughts?
Hold on. Don't go just yet. There was something that you guys did that just triggered me. And I have an excellent idea to dump into our group for our scaling. This could be some good money over the summer for us. Um, I know this. I was just thinking as I was hearing you both talk that the last, couple of interviews that I had, all these schools, keep talking about revenue generation, revenue generation, revenue generation, right? And when I go to these interviews, I keep, throwing the word scaling around because I think it's an excellent time to use that word. Well, I also know that these schools are about to go away for the summer. They're going to start thinking about their school year for next year. And one of the big things that they're going to all be planning in the next couple of days and weeks is their admin retreat, first week of August. And I was just thinking that if we could put something together very quickly, right, we could offer our program maybe an hour or a day or whatever it is, right? Some sort of specified time for them. You know, we're not going to go there and tell them how to scale, but we're going to teach them that they have to scale, right? And that those ideas need to come from within their own ideas. And I think that if they subscribed, let's just say a school heard us, reached out to us next week, signed an agreement, we say, great, here's the first thing you have to do. Have your admin read the Art of Scaling book for the next, and be ready to discuss that with us, right? And so that you can understand where we're coming from when we're talking to you, right? And it could be something that, we could easily rattle off $1,000 for 1 hour, to these people, to do this. And if you want more, right? Well, come back to us and we'd be happy to come in there and talk to you. We're never going to go in there and be experts on schools, even though I could, right? If that's what they want, we'll give that to them, right? But, it could be a way to get them, to think about scaling differently than what they're currently doing. I think that would really resonate well. $1,000 is nothing for a school with a $50 million endowment to give to us.
Awesome.
That's one of the concept of the book is like a be don't make a lot of things. Don't go too complex. Just go to the simple stuff. Within the 60p, we have a scaling dreamer, and we can even sell the whole concept that is unique, that is us, to the school. For $15,000, 5 kids, 10 kids, that one of us will do Zoom or will be present. And by applying the whole 60p, by applying the 60p to that group, 510, you can uh, go to the pass number 2 and dream scaling and dream and make them have a big dream, but also They will do meditations. They will have producing a book. They will be in mindfulness. They will do sports. You know, you can do it on the library. You can do it on the research space. You can do it on the gym, and you can have for an hour you 10 guy, you 5 guys every day and apply the 60p, and you know it will change people. Imagine that a little kids, uh, 9, 10, 12, 11, whatever, have a book, have a reading club, have a sport at the same time just for an hour. They can go into mindfulness, into stillness. They can have a goal. They become creator just in 1 hour. Imagine that, you doing that into every school. You know, there is a possibility to build a Brooklyn school. And the only thing that I have, because we're gonna be part of it, that's the school that I told you last year. So I received a message, and I sent it to my team, Rosaura, Dr. G, Dr. Reiki, and probably we're gonna be moving this year before July to Brooklyn to pull this school together, because we've been sent, the budget is in place, and the school that was not ready last year, and the proposal got moved to this year. Yesterday, 2 days ago, we received a letter like, "Get ready at any moment. You have to be here in Brooklyn." And the things that I have to this technology charter school, I'm gonna bring the 60p concept, 1 hour, a specific hour during the school system, and you know 1 or 2 or 3 Zoom on in person will be there, so we can have a program from Monday to Friday, and then we got a budget, and then our certified coach only will get paid tough money to do that, and we can get from every school to bring the 60p concept to them, which is unique. And we have built it for during 2 years all together. And we train to that, and more and more and more and more. So I think we have a great opportunity here.
Let's connect about that. I've been thinking about this. I didn't realize that that school was still an option. I've been thinking about, Greg as my witness, right? I spoke to him about this. I've been thinking about how we could make a curriculum for a school, right? And I have a lot of ideas about how this could work, right? The core standard, following the core standards, and and having each path, be a part, woven into the curriculum, right? And out of that, we're going to create all American athletes, also all sorts of things like that. So please, 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 let's connect about this.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. So because it's already there. You know, I send the documents to Rosaura, to the private team that we have, and it since it's happening. You know, we still have to see the school, because we went and see the school. School was not approved by the board of education. You know, needed a lot. It's like a very, I don't know, $1 million or $2 million, $1 million to rent the space. But my founder said, I think we're ready for this year. The money's approved, and you know, get ready. They even sent a letter to Dr. Reiki. She's gonna be the a school administrator. She's gonna be probably dean of student, or dean of the faculty. So we're gonna need you as part of a consultant. You know, at the beginning you can see what's going on. Um, um, so that we can put everything together. Everything's what I need. But the 60p, the legacy with 5,000, 15,000 is gonna go there. Imagine those 225, I think it's 425 student having a 60p Monday to Friday. Do you imagine what those kids can do if they do those 5, 6 path all together? Simple, bam, 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 with funding, with money, with the book that we can do, with process, with technology, with tracking system, you know, with funding in place. So, and this just happening because we are dreaming big, as Gregory Denizard has said and stated constantly and consistently. The scaling dreamer path, the creator path, and that's key. That's We are into something very, very, very big here. You know.
So, just so that you hear this from me, um, we have my wife's best friend, my My son's best friend's mother, who we watch Knicks games together, she is a revolutionary principal right now in Stanford, right? She's a curriculum expert. She worked in New York public schools for 17 years as an assistant principal. She knows New York curriculum in and out, and she is the person that we should bring in, right, as a consultant,
Hmm.
whatever we want to involve her in, right? Um, I was talking to her a couple of nights ago because I was already thinking of something like this. And one of the things that she said to me, I want to give you this feedback, was that she says that the barrier we're going to have to overcome is that most of the curriculum, and there's a lot of studies, like when people are going to look at this concept, there are a lot of studies that contradict the work that we do. And it contradicts it because they actually believe that movement and hecticness is actually a better way to teach than stillness. And we could be against the grain, right? And teaching that no, it's not movement, it's stillness, right? And we would need her to bring all of her science and all of her studies about why stillness doesn't work, right? To shoot darts at our ideas so that we can perfect it and be better.
Yeah, that is true.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for participating today. I am Phil, 6:02 in the morning Eastern Time. We encourage you to all have a blessed, creative,
Let me finish.
interactive.
At least let me finish with a quote
No
from the
problem.
book that we're reading,
Go ahead, Dr.
and
Penny.
so
You can
that,
close us out.
yeah, so that if anybody is still there, following us and is working with Mr. Hardy book, so that we can at least finalize and have them find a goodbye with the one paragraph of the book. So we left it on Relentless yesterday, and the book Relentless, from Good to Great to Unstoppable. Tim Groover, the performance coach of NBA's superstar like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Dwayne Wade, he wrote, and I'm gonna finish just with that quote, and I will let you go, guys. Go a different way. Excel in another area. While everyone else is just competing for space in the same pool, you don't become unstoppable by following the crowd. You get there by doing something better than anyone else can do it and providing every day why you're the best at what you do. You must know someone like this. He can do everything. This week he's blogger, a songwriter, a motivator. Last week he was teaching tennis 2 nights a week and working on a sushi chef. You listen to him and feel as if you've never done a thing in your life until you listen more closely and discover that, like a lot of people, this someone dabbling and in a lot of things and succeeding in none. I want to hear someone say, I do this. Ask Cove what he does, and he says, I give out numbers. Numbers. Numbers? Yep. I gave them 8-1. I gave them a triple double. I gave those guys 61. So, operating from an impossible goal forces you to define yourself. Most people are afraid to do this, afraid to own their convictions. We are beyond morning, miracle morning, saver. We're beyond scaling. We have a unique system that we're applying ourselves for the last 2 years, and now it's brand new. It's unique to the world. We're gonna get to the 8 million people. Gregory.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Dr. Pena, for sharing that book. And we will see you all tomorrow morning. And we believe that today is going to be an awesome day. So thank you all. Have a blessed day.
Especially
Thank
when
you.
the Knicks win.